My sister bragged about sleeping with my fiancé just to remind everyone who had him first. When he finally snapped and called her obsessed, my dad took her side and refused to walk me down the aisle. I canceled my wedding 3 days before the ceremony and sent my sister's confession to the entire family group chat. My sister has been obsessed with my fiancé since we started dating 4 years ago. I didn't want to believe it at first. She'd find reasons to show up when we were together. She'd text him memes. She'd sit way too close during family dinners. My fiancé always brushed it off. He said she was just being friendly. Last month we had our engagement party. Everything was perfect until my sister got drunk. She cornered me in the bathroom while I was fixing my makeup. "You know he kissed me first, right?" she said. I stared at her. "What are you talking about?" "Before you two got together. We hooked up a few times. He was mine first." She was smiling. Actually smiling. My stomach dropped. "You're lying. Ask him yourself. He came to me first. I just wasn't interested in anything serious back then. But he remembers. Trust me." I confronted my fiancé that night. He admitted they'd slept together once. 5 years ago. Before we even met. He swore it meant nothing and that my sister was twisting it into something bigger. I wanted to believe him. I tried to move past it. But my sister wouldn't stop. She brought it up at my bridal shower. In front of everyone. She said, "Just remember who had him first," and laughed like it was a joke. My mom told me to ignore her. Said she was just jealous. Then 2 weeks ago my fiancé finally snapped. We were at my parents' house for Sunday dinner. My sister made another comment about how she trained him well for me. My fiancé slammed his fork down. "Are you serious right now? That was one night 5 years ago. You need to let this go. It's getting obsessive." My sister's face went red. She started crying. She ran to my dad and said my fiancé humiliated her. That he was cruel and disrespectful in their home. My dad lost it. He got in my fiancé's face and told him to get out. Told him he had no right to speak to his daughter that way. I tried to defend my fiancé but my dad cut me off. "If you marry him after this, I'm not walking you down the aisle. I won't stand there and support someone who treats your sister like garbage." I couldn't believe it. My sister was the one who'd been harassing us for months and my dad was taking her side. My fiancé and I left. I didn't talk to my family for a week. Then my sister sent me a long text. She said she was sorry but that my fiancé overreacted. She said if he really loved me he wouldn't have been so mean to her. She said I should rethink marrying someone with such a temper. That's when something in me broke. I went through my phone and found every single text she'd sent me about my fiancé over the years. Every weird comment. Every inappropriate joke. I screenshotted all of it. Then I found the voice memo. I'd recorded our bathroom conversation at the engagement party without her knowing. I do that sometimes when I feel like I need proof of something. I listened to it again. Her voice saying he was mine first over and over. I sent everything to the family group chat. Every screenshot. The voice memo. I wrote one message: "This is why we're canceling the wedding. Not because of my fiancé's temper. Because my own family has made it impossible." My phone exploded. My mom called me crying. My dad left me a voicemail saying I was being dramatic and that I humiliated my sister. My aunts and uncles were split. Some said my sister was out of line. Others said I was cruel for exposing her like that. My sister sent me one text: "I hope you're happy. You've ruined everything. But here's the thing. I didn't cancel the wedding because of her. I canceled it because my fiancé told me he couldn't do it anymore. He said he loved me but he couldn't marry into a family that would always choose my sister over me. He said every holiday, every birthday, every family event would be tainted by this. He didn't want to spend the rest of his life being the villain in my dad's eyes." We broke up 4 days ago. My sister called yesterday asking if we could talk. I didn't answer. My dad sent me a message saying I owe my sister an apology and that I took things too far. I haven't left my apartment since the breakup. I keep replaying everything in my head. If I just kept quiet maybe we could have gotten married and dealt with my family later. But I also think about my fiancé's face when my dad defended my sister. The way he looked so defeated. Part of me wants to forgive everyone and try to fix this. But a bigger part of me knows I'll never forget the way my dad chose her over me on what was supposed to be the happiest time of my life. Was I wrong to send everything to the family chat and burn it all down? I need to update because things have gotten so much worse and I honestly don't know what to do anymore. My mom showed up at my apartment yesterday morning. I didn't let her in at first but she wouldn't leave. She stood in the hallway and talked through the door for 20 minutes. She kept saying we needed to have a family conversation and that everyone was worried about me. I finally opened the door. Big mistake. She came in and immediately started crying. She said my sister has been inconsolable since I sent those messages. That she's been having panic attacks and can't sleep. My mom said I took things nuclear when I should have just talked to her privately. I asked her if she actually listened to the voice memo. If she read the texts. She said she did. Then she said, "Your sister made mistakes, but you didn't have to humiliate her in front of the entire family. You know how she gets when she drinks." That's when I lost it. I told her this wasn't about one drunken comment. It was 4 years of my sister trying to sabotage my relationship. 4 years of her making everything about herself. And when my fiancé finally stood up for himself, my dad chose her. My mom said my dad was just protecting his daughter. I said, "I'm his daughter too." She didn't have an answer for that. She just kept crying and saying I was tearing the family apart. I told her to leave. She begged me to at least talk to my sister. To give her a chance to explain. I said there's nothing to explain and shut the door. 2 hours later my phone started blowing up again. Turns out my sister posted her own version of events on social media. She didn't mention the harassment or the weird comments. She wrote this long post about how my ex-fiancé verbally attacked her at a family dinner and how I chose him over my own blood. She said I recorded her without permission and violated her privacy. She painted herself as the victim. Her friends started commenting. People I don't even know were calling me toxic and manipulative. Someone said I was clearly the problem if my own father refused to walk me down the aisle. I wanted to respond. I wanted to post the screenshots and the recording publicly. But I didn't. I'm so tired of this. Then last night my ex-fiancé called me. It was the first time we'd talked since the breakup. His voice sounded hollow. He said he'd seen my sister's post because one of his friends sent it to him. "I'm sorry," he said. "I'm sorry I couldn't be strong enough to deal with your family." I told him he had nothing to apologize for. That he was right to walk away. "I still love you," he said. "But every time I think about trying again, I imagine your dad's face. The way he looked at me like I was garbage. And your sister sitting there smirking because she knew exactly what she was doing." We both cried. He said he needed time to figure things out. That maybe one day we could try again if I went no contact with my family. But he couldn't ask me to do that. He said it wouldn't be fair. I haven't told him this, but I've already started looking at apartments in a different city. I can't stay here anymore. Every street reminds me of something. The coffee shop where we got engaged. The park where we used to walk. Even my apartment feels suffocating because he helped me move in. This morning my aunt called. She's one of the few family members who took my side. She said my dad has been telling people that I manipulated the situation and that my sister never did anything wrong. That I've always been jealous of her. Jealous. Of the sister who spent 4 years obsessing over my relationship. My aunt also told me something I didn't know. Apparently my sister had a breakdown at my parents' house 2 days ago. She admitted to my mom that she did have feelings for my ex-fiancé. That she'd been hoping we'd break up so she could have another chance with him. My mom's response? "You're just confused. You don't actually want him. You're just used to getting attention from men." So even when my sister admitted the truth, my mom made excuses for her. My aunt said I should know this because it proves I wasn't crazy. That everything I suspected was real. But knowing doesn't make it hurt less. It just confirms that my family will never hold my sister accountable for anything. I've been sitting here trying to figure out what to do next. Part of me wants to pack up and disappear. Change my number. Block everyone. Start over somewhere new. But another part of me is so angry that I'm the one who has to leave. I'm the one who lost everything while my sister gets to play victim and my dad gets to rewrite history. I got an email this morning from the wedding venue. "We're losing the entire deposit. $10,000. My ex-fiancé offered to split it but I told him no. This whole mess started because of my family. It feels wrong to make him pay for any of it." I also got a bill from the caterer. Another $3,000. The florist wants $1,500. It's all adding up and I'm drowning in debt from a wedding that never happened. My sister hasn't offered to help with any of it. Neither have my parents. But my dad sent me a text yesterday saying I owe my sister an apology and that until I make things right, I'm not welcome at family events. I don't even care anymore about being welcome. I just want to stop feeling like this. Should I just move away and cut them all off, or am I letting my sister win by running? I moved out 3 days ago and my family still doesn't know where I am. I couldn't take it anymore. After my last update I spent 2 days just staring at the walls in my apartment. Every time my phone buzzed I felt sick. My sister kept trying to call from different numbers because I blocked her main one. My mom sent me paragraphs about forgiveness and family bonds. My dad didn't contact me at all. So I packed what I could fit in my car and left. I'm staying with my friend 2 cities over. She's the only person who knows where I am and she's not telling anyone. The day after I left, my mom went to my apartment. My friend who lives in the same building saw her banging on my door for almost an hour. She eventually called my landlord and told him there was a family emergency. He let her in. My mom went through everything. She saw the half-packed boxes. The wedding dress still in the closet. She called me 17 times in a row. When I finally answered she was hysterical. "Where are you?" What are you doing? You can't just disappear like this. I told her I needed space. That I couldn't be around any of them right now. She said I was being selfish. That my sister needed me to forgive her so she could heal. I almost laughed. My sister needed to heal. I hung up. She's been texting me nonstop ever since. Yesterday she sent me a photo of my wedding dress hanging in the closet with the message, "You're really going to throw your whole life away over this?" I haven't responded. But here's where everything got worse. My ex-fiancé's best friend reached out to me yesterday. He said my ex has been a mess since we broke up. Not eating, barely sleeping, calling out of work. But that's not why he contacted me. He said my sister showed up at my ex-fiancé's apartment 4 days ago. She knocked on his door at night. When he opened it, she was crying. She told him she was sorry for everything. That she never meant to come between us. That she just wanted to apologize and make things right. My ex told her to leave. She begged him to hear her out. Said she'd been in therapy and realized she'd been projecting her own loneliness onto him. That she never actually had feelings for him, she just missed feeling wanted. He said, "I don't care. You destroyed my relationship and you're not welcome here." That's when she changed. His friend said my ex described it as a switch flipping. She stopped crying immediately. She looked at him and said, "You were never good enough for her anyway." I was doing her a favor. He slammed the door. She stood outside for 20 minutes texting him before she finally left. His friend showed me the text she sent. Things like, "You're going to regret this and I always knew you were weak and she'll come crawling back to me when she realizes you're not worth it." My ex blocked her number after that. But he's terrified she's going to show up again. I felt numb reading those messages. This whole time my family has been defending her. Saying she made mistakes but that she's sorry. And she's out here stalking my ex-fiancé and threatening him. I forwarded the screenshots to my mom. I said, "This is who you're protecting." She called me immediately. She was angry, not concerned. "Why are you trying to make your sister look bad?" She went there to apologize and he was rude to her. Of course she got upset. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I told her my sister showed up uninvited at his home and then threatened him when he rejected her. My mom said I was twisting things. That my sister is fragile right now and I'm making everything worse by poisoning people against her. I hung up. I'm done trying to make them see reality. Then this morning I got a call from an unknown number. I almost didn't answer but something made me pick up. It was my dad. He didn't say hello. He just said, "Your sister tried to hurt herself last night. She's in the hospital." My entire body went cold. I asked what happened. He said she took a bunch of pills after my mom showed her the text I sent. That she left a note saying she couldn't live with everyone hating her. That I'd ruined her life and she had nothing left. I didn't know what to say. Part of me felt guilty. Part of me felt angry. Part of me just felt empty. My dad said, "I hope you're happy. This is what you wanted, isn't it?" I told him that's not fair. That I never wanted this. He said, "You exposed her. You humiliated her. You turned the family against her. What did you think was going to happen?" I said she did this to herself. That I only showed people the truth. He said, "The truth? The truth is you're selfish. You always have been. Your sister made mistakes but you made it your mission to destroy her. And now look what happened." I hung up before he could say anything else. I've been sitting here for hours trying to process this. My friend keeps asking if I'm okay but I don't know how to answer that. My sister is in the hospital because of pills. My dad blames me. My mom blames me. And somewhere in all of this I'm supposed to feel guilty. But I don't. Not really. I feel sad that it came to this but I don't feel responsible. She spent 4 years tormenting me. She bragged about sleeping with my fiancé. She showed up at his apartment and harassed him. She posted lies about me on social media. And when I finally defended myself, when I finally showed people who she really is, everyone acts like I'm the villain. My friend just told me my mom posted on social media asking for prayers for my sister. She didn't mention why she's in the hospital but the comments are full of people sending love and support. Someone asked what happened and my mom replied, "Family conflict. Please respect our privacy." I'm the family conflict. I'm the reason my sister is in the hospital according to them. My ex-fiancé texted me an hour ago. He saw the social media post. He asked if I was okay. I told him what happened. He called me immediately. "This isn't your fault," he said. "You know that, right?" I said I didn't know anything anymore. He said, "She's manipulative. This is what manipulative people do when they lose control. They make themselves the victim." Maybe he's right. Maybe this is just another manipulation. But what if it's not? What if she really wanted to die and it's because of what I did? I can't go back there. I can't face my family. But I also can't shake this feeling that I've made everything worse. Am I wrong for not feeling guilty, or am I exactly what my dad said I am? My sister was released from the hospital yesterday and she's already making everything worse. I didn't go see her. I couldn't. My mom sent me hourly updates like I was supposed to drop everything and rush to her bedside. Every text was some variation of your sister is asking for you or she needs to see you to heal. I didn't respond to any of them. But then my aunt called. The same one who'd been on my side through all of this. She said we needed to talk and that it was important. She told me my sister's hospital stay wasn't what my parents made it seem. The pills she took were over-the-counter sleep medication. She took maybe 6 of them. The doctor said it wasn't even close to a lethal dose. They kept her for observation and a psychiatric evaluation, not because she was in danger. The note my dad mentioned? My aunt saw it. She said it was one sentence, "No one understands what I'm going through." That was it. No goodbye. No mention of me. No mention of wanting to die. My aunt said the doctors told my parents my sister was displaying attention-seeking behavior, not genuine suicidal ideation. That she needed therapy but that this wasn't a real attempt. My parents ignored that part. They told everyone she almost died. They made me the villain who pushed her to it. I felt rage like I've never felt before. My sister staged a suicide attempt to manipulate everyone and it worked. My entire family rallied around her while I was sitting here drowning in guilt that I didn't even need to feel. I asked my aunt why she was telling me this. She said because it's gone too far. That my parents are enabling my sister's behavior and someone needs to stop it before it destroys what's left of this family. I told her the family is already destroyed. She said, "Not yet. But it will be when your father does what he's planning." My stomach dropped. I asked what she meant. She said my dad has been talking to my extended family. Telling them I'm mentally unstable. That I've always been jealous of my sister and that I orchestrated this whole thing to ruin her life. He's been saying I manipulated my ex-fiancé into hating my sister and that I recorded her without consent because I wanted ammunition. He's rewriting the entire narrative. And people are believing him because they don't have the full story. My aunt said some of my cousins are planning to confront me. That they think I'm the problem and they want me to apologize to my sister publicly. I asked her why she was warning me. She said because she read the texts I sent. She listened to the recording. She knows the truth. And she's watched my sister manipulate my parents her entire life. Your sister has always gotten away with everything, she said. When she was 16 she spread rumors that got another girl expelled from school. Your parents paid to make it go away. When she was in college she keyed her roommate's car because the girl rejected her advances. Your parents covered that too. This is who she is. And your father will do anything to protect her. I didn't know any of that. I knew my sister had always been the favorite but I didn't realize how deep it went. My aunt told me to be careful. That my dad is angry enough to do something drastic. 2 hours after we hung up, I got a call from my landlord. My dad contacted him. He told my landlord I abandoned my apartment and that he had power of attorney to collect my belongings. My landlord said he knew something was off so he didn't let him in. But he wanted to warn me that my dad was trying. I called my dad. I was shaking when he answered. I said, "You tried to get into my apartment?" He didn't deny it. He said, "You left your wedding dress. Your mother wants it for your sister." I couldn't speak for a second. What? Your sister needs something to look forward to. She's always wanted to get married. Your mother thought she could have the dress since you're not using it. I lost it. I screamed at him that he had no right to my apartment or my things. That my sister couldn't have anything of mine. He said I was being childish. That it's just a dress and I'm clearly not mature enough to get married anyway if this is how I act. I told him if he contacts my landlord again I'll file a police report. He laughed. Actually laughed. He said, "For what? Trying to collect your things? Good luck with that. Everyone knows you're unstable. Your sister almost died because of you." I hung up before I said something I couldn't take back. My friend found me on the floor having a panic attack. She held me while I cried and kept saying it wasn't real. That my sister didn't almost die. That I didn't do anything wrong. But it doesn't matter what's real anymore. My family has decided on their version of events and they're spreading it to everyone who'll listen. This morning I woke up to texts from 3 different cousins. They all said the same basic thing. That I'm selfish. That I've always treated my sister badly. That I need to grow up and apologize. One of them said, "Family is supposed to forgive. You're acting like she murdered someone." I wanted to respond. I wanted to send them everything. The texts, the recording, the messages my sister sent to my ex-fiancé. But I'm so tired of defending myself. Then my ex-fiancé called. He sounded panicked. "She came back," he said. "Your sister was here again." My blood went cold. I asked when. An hour ago. I was leaving for work and she was sitting in her car outside my building. When she saw me she got out and tried to talk to me. I told her to leave or I'd call the police. She said she just wanted to explain herself. That everyone was being unfair to her. He said he got in his car and drove away. She followed him for 10 minutes before he lost her by going through a parking garage. I told him he needs to file a police report. He said he doesn't want to make things worse. That he's scared if he does, my family will retaliate somehow. I realized he's right. My dad has proven he'll do anything to protect my sister. If my ex goes to the police, my dad will find a way to spin it. Make my ex look like the aggressor. We're trapped. All of us. My sister can do whatever she wants and my family will cover for her. My friend just showed me something on social media. My mom posted a photo of my sister from the hospital. She's in a hospital gown looking pale and sad. The caption says, "Sometimes the people who are supposed to love us hurt us the most. Praying for healing and forgiveness." The comments are full of support. People saying they're sorry she's going through this. People saying family betrayal is the worst kind of pain. I'm the betrayal she's talking about. I'm the villain in this story they've created. My phone just buzzed. It's a text from a number I don't recognize. You need to make this right before someone gets hurt. I don't know who sent it. I don't know if it's a threat or a warning. But something is coming. I can feel it.